I'm up.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Mocha. I'm saved. I'm about that life.
I'm Bar the boss.
And we are the Walks of Life.
Now our two other we got two other people that's on this panel. They not with us today. So
We miss
we
y'all.
finna handle this. And we gonna start this off with did I say likes? Like
Oh, we're sorry because you see, we was already getting ready to go in. Well, we already, we done got one in the chamber. We got it in the chamber already. Cause our two girls ain't here. It's in the chamber. We ready to shoot.
Okay.
Hello. Okay.
Okay. So we want you to like if you enjoy this, and
Share, comment,
and then
follow us on Instagram at Walks of Life. That's LYFE. And we're also on YouTube. Thank you for joining us tonight. And our topic is
people that's meddling in relationships. All kinds of relationships.
oh,
So let's get it. I'm ready.
I know y'all ready for this. You meddlers, you know who you are. Keep meddling. Keep meddling in people. We laughing, but we for real. You better stop meddling.
I know.
Because what goes around, it really do come around. Stop meddling in people affairs, their marriages, their relationships. You know,
daughters and kids.
yes.
Sometimes you need to keep quiet.
You do.
It's okay to voice your opinion.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But meddling, being hateful, doing things and giving people advice about things you don't know or ain't experienced in is not good.
It's one thing to be there as a support person for one or both, but it becomes another thing, another dynamic when now it's becoming you being messy. Now you're meddling. Now you're causing strife and you're causing division between the two, or the other.
Right.
Now we got a problem right there.
Let them decide that the relationship
exactly.
is toxic.
Yeah. Yeah.
Don't be the decider for people because you ain't got no man or no woman.
Right. Or you unhappy.
Because really you don't necessarily choose who you really fall in love with. You kind of, it just happens. And sometimes it's very hurtful when you against what you might not think is good, but it's good for them because they're in it.
Right.
And it's very hurtful to make people have to choose between daughters, mothers, daughters and sons, and because I have 3 sons, and everybody thought I was going to be all overprotective. And I am overprotective as far as their well-being, but I don't get involved in their relationships because they got to decide who they want to be with.
Right.
And I got to be supportive to whatever that is. Now, I might not like them, but I'm still being supportive of my son because I don't want my sons or my daughter to feel like they got to stay away from me because of the person that they're with. I'll cope with them.
Right.
Hopefully we'll get along too. I'm just hoping so. I haven't experienced nothing serious yet.
That's good.
But what about you, ma'am?
Well, I know over the years from my own self, sometimes we can probably sometimes not subconsciously knowing, allow the outside person go too far.
Well, see, that's when you gotta pick and choose who you venting to. Like, this is real serious, because a lot of relationships be under a lot of stress. It's already hard trying to get to know somebody, and when you got all these other stressors, like for people that's in relationships, I want to tell you that when you vent to somebody that you love
Mm-hmm.
and who love you about something that's not gonna last long,
Mm-hmm.
it's not gonna be a, it's not gonna be a problem for you long,
Right.
but the
The
person
other,
that you tell it to
they
tend
they
to
they, they
take it
still
as if
carry
it's,
it.
yeah, they carrying it. That's good.
They carry it.
Yeah,
And
and
you don't already have dropped
you
it.
done let
You done
go.
dropped
You
the case.
moving
Y'all
forward,
done moved on, and they
and
still
they
they still
stuck.
they still
They
carrying it.
stuck.
You still where it began.
Mm.
We done ended, and people done gone on now.
Yeah, that's right.
So whose fault is that? Whose fault is it?
Well,
Is it a two way? Is it anyone's fault?
well, it's circumstances. Because
Because you
you
got to.
have to learn. So you got to learn this. This is something you need to learn. So this is why this might need a part two of this
We will have a
because
part two with the girls. Mm-hmm.
with our other two, purpose and passion, and the corporate, because this is so serious because
It
you
is.
got a lot of new relationships, and people get mad because it's hard to blend two lives together from totally different backgrounds
Yeah.
sometimes, and it's not to say that they don't love each other, but they got to work out what's going to exactly work for them.
Mm-hmm.
They got to create their story. That's
Exactly.
what I
I
that's
like
how I
that.
use it.
I
They have
like
to
that.
create their story. And when you got a lot of people, if you're gonna be supportive of a relationship, or if you're not gonna be supportive, don't have them vent to you, because they're gonna get over it. Because when you love somebody, you get over it.
Yeah.
I don't care how bad you think it could get, they get over it.
Right.
So don't carry somebody else's responsibility and get into it and make it awkward, because it get awkward.
Yeah.
It get awkward when you intervene and you lash out at the person who's with the person you love,
Mm-hmm.
and now it's awkward because now disrespect have entered,
Mm-hmm.
and so now they trying to keep everybody apart, and sometimes you can, like, you have, it can be serious situations like domestic violence. Let's get
Yeah.
real. Like, it could be domestic violence.
Yeah.
So if your son or daughter is in love, or dad or mom, with this person,
Mm-hmm.
if you get in there and you scratch at the person that they're with,
Mm-hmm.
then they tend to start pulling away from you. So now you can't even see what's happening. So
Right.
sometimes it doesn't work in your favor.
Yeah.
It could be toxic, or and you not know.
Have you ever been a meddler before? Were you ever a meddler? Did you ever
Um,
meddle?
what I would do is, I'm real huge on asking women to understand their worth.
Okay.
So,
But you never interfered
no, I don't
with
get
their
into
personal.
domestics. I don't get into domestics because I know from my own
And you never
relationship.
said to them what I would do or what you should do.
No, what I say is, now my opinion is, or it sounds like this is the problem, and I
Mm-hmm.
don't take one side either.
Mm-hmm.
So unless it's domestics, if it's domestic, somebody beating you over the head, then baby, you need to. It's not healthy for your
Right.
kids and all of that
Mm-hmm.
stuff. Sir. Sometimes men
That I've
have
been
get,
abused.
yeah, abused because
Mm-hmm.
the woman knows that they're not gonna fight them back, so they
Mm.
get abused, and people laugh about it, but it's
I
real
know it
serious.
is.
It's real serious,
Yeah.
and it's not that this guy is less of a man or anything, but they get abused as well.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes verbal, and it can get physical. Some women are physical, but I do have suggestions, but like I say, you only can take what you can use,
Mm-hmm.
and use that and get rid of the rest of it, because your stuff ain't gonna be like my stuff.
Right. Everybody
Yeah.
different. I raised my hand. I guess I was a meddler.
You so
I am
funny.
guilty,
Oh
everybody. I
man.
was a meddler. When it came to my loved ones, my sisters, my siblings, I thought I was being a protector, but to them, I was meddling. And Maybe I was a meddling protector, trying to protect, them from things that I thought was harmful, toxic, and to them, you're meddling. Maybe I was overstepping boundaries. Didn't mean no harm, but you gotta know you got to know boundaries and know when to or be invited into it. And like you said, with not putting yourself into this because that's where you get yourself hurt. You get some heartbreaks because they gonna go on and you left with it.
Right.
So I've been before the carrier, mad because of what happened, and I'm like, what? So yeah, been there before.
I don't know. I've seen a lot of domestics, and what I've noticed, even I grew up in a domestic violent home, um, and I can't say if it was more violence on my mama or more violence on my stepfather, but what I do remember is that I loved them both, and trying to
That's
figure out,
key.
and
Love them
and
both.
it kind of scarred me too because
Yes.
I was like, if this is what love look like, I
You
don't
said
want to
I
have
don't.
nothing to do with it. Don't want it. So for a lot of my younger life, I was, leaving people like that's how okay you do you grown, you do what you want to, let me keep it moving.
Right.
So I was a runner, and my husband was like, baby, you can't run every time something happens. So, but he helped me understand a little bit more.
Mhm.
But girl, please, I'll be gone. You wake up, you be like, dang, you ain't where you at?
Oh my goodness.
But as after I got grown, I did notice that there was a person in our family that was really meddling and
Okay.
doing things and
Causing
causing
strife and stuff.
causing some of the arguments that my mother and my stepfather had. Um,
We have a
and
lot
it
of
was
family
somebody
members.
that was real close and had a powerful position in the
Oh,
family.
see,
So it can be devastating.
it can be.
Um, it was devastating for me, even though
We
I was the
got
only
broken
child.
friendships now. Kids can't play with their cousins no more.
Oh man,
Everybody mad. Now you've caused the family to be divided. The enemy is what he wants to divide the
right?
families, and so he'll use whomever. So you're right.
Yeah, yeah. It can get serious. And you don't want your family running off with somebody you might think is not healthy for them,
Right.
and they will depart from you.
They will.
So if it's really seriously not healthy, you want to be supportive. Like sometimes just be quiet and
Mhm.
listen, so you can always be there just in case they need somebody else to call 911. Because
Yeah.
I've been involved where two people I know is into it, and just begging one person just to come with me until it
Right. To them
to
to
so we can bring it
yeah.
down.
Right.
Not so much as saying who should do what and all that. Don't do that.
Stay out of that.
I
Right.
just say, look, can somebody please somebody come with me.
Right. Right.
Just so we can calm down, so we can because when you're angry, you don't think properly.
Right.
It be rage, and
It
that's not
does.
healthy.
It does. And you said what you just said was key about when the children are involved because that's not healthy for them to have to. Who do I pick when they love us both? You know,
Mhm.
that's a
Mhm.
lot for them to try to carry that.
Yeah.
I love both of y'all. And y'all both acting a fool.
All right.
So I just say, I just know over the years and even now, if I shared anything with anyone, trust me, it's because you have gained my trust enough to where I feel or you made me feel safe to share with you certain things. And so if it's turned around against me, you
Right.
know,
So, and it's crazy that you say that because, like you saying, this is how people feel. So you turn
yes,
it around against me
exactly.
when you thinking that you with this person, but you against them because you fighting a
Right.
person that they love.
My point.
So
Exactly.
that's huge.
That it is. And that right there can diminish what you and that person had.
Yeah.
You feel
It
me?
does.
It
It,
it,
it
it
breaks the friendship.
it does. It destroys
It breaks stuff
everything.
up.
Right. So
And even picking and choosing what to tell people.
that's
Like
it. Even your parents, we love our parents. Even the ones who have parents that are going on. Your parents are your first people that you come into contact with. Them your protectors, your overseers. They're gonna sometime go along with you. Sometime in some cases, but you have some parents that are fair, and want to look at both sides. Being mindful of bringing parents involved, especially if you're married, that's not always good.
yeah.
This is life experience, not involving parents, because that put them in a uncomfortable place
Well,
too.
just people, period. Because
Period.
um, like my my situations is not so much from parent being involved, but
Okay.
like my situations is more like me falling out with like a cousin or something,
Mhm.
and trying to make sure that my kids don't see it,
Mhm.
because I don't want them. Even though I'm mad at my cousin or whoever, I don't want my kids to be disrespectful
Mhm.
to the person because it ain't their battle.
I was watching my little reality show. I know corporate knows about it. I mentioned it before. That married in Huntsville. It was on last night,
Mm.
and I forgot the wife's name. And she's married to the man. I think his name is Marceau. But she moved her mother into the home.
Oh Lord.
I think she may be.
Sometimes
I
that's
think she may be the youngest or the mother's only child. But this mother is so involved with that girl and her husband, to where the mother has become the mouthpiece.
oh
And
my
I watched
Lord.
it last night, and it just cringed me. Like, you done put her to where it's like she his wife.
Right.
She talking for you.
Sometimes I be wondering, is that like a jealousy thing? What be really going on when a
And then
mother try to take
she's
over?
telling her daughter to leave him due to hearsay. But again, the daughter brung this in. She pulled her mother in there.
Right, but you don't know. See, like, but see, because mamas is tricky.
Some of them can't.
And the
Yeah.
reason why I say that, because sometimes a mother can make you feel like, okay, I need help, you need to help me, and they put all this pressure on you, you feel bad, so you try to move them in and help
Mhm.
them out, and they turn out to be toxic, because parents can be toxic.
The Bible says that. Mhm.
And it's unfortunate,
It
but
is. It
you
is.
really, because I've now have dealt with some toxic stuff.
Okay.
Yes. And but I didn't pay no mind, because I do my own thing. I run my own world, and that's just
My
how I
life.
feel about it.
Exactly.
But everybody ain't as strong enough to stand up to, and you can stand up to your parents and not be disrespectful.
That's it.
So
That's
you
right.
can do this with and not be disrespectful.
Yeah. There's a way.
It is a
Yeah.
way. Like
In a
first
healthy
of all,
way.
don't let them know nothing else.
Exactly. Because mom and daddy, you're
And
going too far,
if you
right?
married, talk to a married friend,
Okay.
because they understand the
One
ups and downs.
that's been seasonal,
Yeah,
those seasoned couples who
yeah,
done had 25, 30 plus years,
yeah.
that's wise, with wisdom, with love, not playing side, but
Right.
being fair with it.
Mm.
Yeah, I agree
Yeah.
with, yeah, to
And
that.
sometimes, I guess I was a little bit of a meddler, because sometimes I can give some
You say,
advice,
once upon a time I
and
meddled.
I'll get accused of being on the man side.
Oh.
And I'll be like,
Why is that?
because, like, if you come and tell me something, right?
Okay.
And you're a woman, right?
Uh-huh.
So you tell me, oh, my husband is, or my boyfriend, whatever, the guy, whoever you're in a relationship with. And now, because when it get real bad, it's like, well, you had to play a part in this.
So if the lady don't want to take ownership?
No, they don't want to take ownership. They want me to be on their side because I'm their friend. But see, I'm a relationship person.
Okay.
So I don't look at just what you telling me.
Okay.
I'm looking at everything.
Exactly.
I'm looking at the whole scenario, because, if it don't make sense to me, so I start asking the questions.
Okay.
Because what I
But that's
realized,
respect, though. You're not trying to say because you're my friend, I'm gonna
I
ride
know,
with
but
you.
I get in trouble about that though.
Yeah, it
But
happens.
I be like, don't come to me if you ain't real about that relationship thing though.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Because I ain't
Because
gonna tell you to
it
leave.
does take two.
You know, and a lot of times women we think men know everything that they supposed to know
They
about a relationship, and
they
they just
don't.
like us. We don't know everything. That you
Exactly.
think you know
They
everything,
don't.
but you don't. You have
Mm-mm.
to learn how to deal with the person that you're with.
Yeah. What do you think about sometimes even seeking, marriage counsel or therapy?
Now
How you feel about that?
I suggest new couples
Me too.
uh go to therapy, because what happens is when they go to therapy, they're not trying to tell each other what they don't like and don't
Mhm.
like. What they do is the therapist tell them in a way that they're not in defense mode.
Mhm.
So, because sometimes people, I be feeling like some people have a beautiful relationship. They will have a beautiful relationship, but they just not understanding the other person's position.
Okay. But like you said early on, creating their own story.
Gotta create your own
But you can't
story.
create that story
Cause
when
I
everybody
can't
out
be
there
like my
when
mama
everybody
was.
out there turning the page trying to write it for me.
I can't be like my mother was in my
Right.
relationship, because first of all, I'm married to my husband and I got
Right.
children by him. She was with my stepfather,
Okay.
but they weren't married and they didn't have any children together. So
Mhm.
they did things a certain kind of way. Now I can use some of that stuff, but I
Mhm.
can't use all my
All
mama's
that
stuff, because
exactly.
I ain't my mama and my husband ain't my stepdad. I'm just
You
so
hear?
really
Okay,
being
mamas now.
careful. And then and another thing that I try to do is when people tell me about their relationships, whether we remain friends, whatever happens, I never tell anybody about that situation,
Yeah.
because I'm in a relationship and I've
Exactly.
been in one for a long time, and I don't cross that. Now I might call you out your name, but I ain't gonna tell your business about your family. Now that's one thing I've been pretty good about. So
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think that's
Stop meddling.
yeah.
If you ain't gonna help the situation, like
Exactly.
what's the saying? If you don't have nothing good to say, don't say nothing at all.
Just leave it
So
alone.
yeah,
Sometimes when you sharing things with certain people, you don't know where they're at in their life at that moment. They probably angry about what happened with them some time ago, and now they're trying to project onto you in your newness or what you're going through, what they have came out of and what they're already in. So you really have to be careful, as you said early on, what you share with that person
with whom?
with whom
Yeah.
at that time, because you don't know. Some people are sent to destroy. I'm just telling you what it is.
Meddlers. Be careful what you telling them. Be
Yeah.
careful how you bad mouth and who you with, because what happens is then when they say what you done said, now you mad because you don't feel that way no more.
Yep,
So
that's true.
don't let the meddlers in.
That's it.
That's where it starts. Uh, when people see you cry, you know what I'm saying.
What you mean when they see you cry?
Well, sometimes you have some tears, girl,
Mm-hmm.
because it's painful trying to pull that thing together. You have your ups and downs,
Yeah.
because sometimes it be like it's a lot of folks working against what you got, and it be for all different reasons. Some because some people love you, some because they just haters and they don't mean to be.
Mm-hmm.
It just be a lot going on,
Mm-hmm.
and they can mess that thing up. They can have you seeing stuff that what ain't there, and
Mm.
I'm just saying, you know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? They be like, oh, this and that, and they really don't know what's going on in them walls. They only know
That's
what
it.
it looked like on
And
the
what
outside. They don't
and what
know
was
the
shared.
financial
Yeah.
situation. They don't
Exactly.
know the whole story. They just getting bits and pieces. So
Yes.
you have to be real careful
Right. That's
when you
it.
letting people in.
Yep. That's
Or
real.
observe the person you feel like you're gonna let in. It don't even have to be somebody you know. Sometimes you can see a stranger doing well,
Mm-hmm.
and you can get some advice from people that you see is doing good, because everybody relationship is different. So, because Cause like my husband, he not really one of those people. He a homebody, so he
Mm-hmm.
love being in the house, and
Mm-hmm.
so he ain't finna go out and go to all these parties and all this stuff. He just not gonna do that.
Mm-mm.
And I can't let nobody else say why your husband ain't doing. No, hold on, slow your roll. He
That's
doing
not your
his job
place.
because his job is to take care of me.
Oh,
So that's what he do. So I don't need you telling me he should be doing this and he should be doing that and that. No.
or your husband know what you like. He should know what I like. I'm his wife.
And everybody dynamics different, and it's crazy because like now it Karen, I mean, Mocha's so funny. Like I like hearing her talk to her husband because they got this little thing that they do when they call her. But it's so cute, you know
Thank
what I'm
you.
saying? And I guess me and my husband been together so long, we just don't even call each other. Like, but it don't mean that
That's
the love
nice.
is any less.
Exactly. Well, thank
You know,
you. I appreciate that.
Yeah, because you know when he call you, when you light up, you still got that honeymoon stage. She
That's
be
my
lighting
that's
up.
my man.
So you know it's good and healthy
It is.
relationships out
Yes,
here.
it is.
People go through things
They
because
do.
we not
You
perfect.
know, we go through seasons. My thing is this. I know we're getting ready to close out. If your loved one come to you sharing anything that may be intimate or important to them to you, don't, I can't say don't, but try not to take it to heart. Don't hold it against them or the person who they sharing with you about. Where you find yourself feel some kind of way. Making
Right.
you out to be the bad person or the meddler, because you may not even be a meddler. But just be mindful that at the end of the day, they are together and they may work that thing out.
Right.
You see? And then you on the outside looking in, now you mad, but they were talking to you at the moment, probably just to really sometimes
Just to
vent.
vent.
Just to
Just to
vent
vent.
sometime. You
They
just
don't want you
never
to go
know.
beat them
If
up.
they're not being harmed, or as she said earlier on, abused, just maybe I'm just trying to just let some steam out,
Right.
until the smoke clears.
Right.
Don't just start getting too involved,
Right.
because you're going to choose them over you anyway.
What?
Gonna choose them over you anyway.
Mm. She summed that up. I guess I'm done.
We done. We done. We enjoyed talking to you all tonight. If you like what you seen tonight, if you want to comment, please do.
Right. And give us some just suggestions. We're
Yes.
looking for different things people might want us to talk about. We're willing.
Yeah.
So give us some comments about how we're doing. If you like us.
Yeah. Is that it?
And we have a good time. I hope want y'all to know when we do this thing, we have a good time.
Yes, we
So
do.
join us.
Yes.
Subscribe.
Like, share, comment.
And you can visit us where?
On Instagram and also on our YouTube channel at The Walks of Life. Good night.